Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Bobby. This is Wild Raven Tarot. I am here, let me switch sides with her. I'm here with my special guest, Miss Karen Segrist, also known as
Oh,
Karebear, Bard
yes.
of Cards, one of the best
Hi.
names on the internet.
Oh,
Um,
I wish it was a little
Karen,
shorter, but yeah.
it is a mouthful to
It
write,
is.
I would
It
assume.
is.
Um, Karen has been a friend of my channel since the beginning, since the very beginning. So I just love this woman. Um, every now and then,
Love
I
her
like
too.
to bring Karen on, not only to read cards, but because Karen, especially, um, is familiar with astrology and tarot. And I love to incorporate astrological aspects into my readings. Um, It's a thing. Hey, Karen. Hey, Mama Sushi. How you
Absolutely.
guys doing?
Hi, Karen. My
Um,
yeah, the other nice Karen. There's Karens in this community and they're all nice. That's like a little running joke for me.
I got
Hi,
to
Mama
admit, all the
Sushi.
Karens I know are really nice. They're really sweet as heck.
I just
Um,
said who pissed off who? Like
I know. Somebody said I want to speak to your manager, and that was it. It was on.
yeah.
Okay. I've got my sips. I've got my water and my tea, my Blue Lotus tea. Blue Lotus for
What
spirituality.
what was that? Can you back that up? That looked really large. What was that?
Oh, yeah. It is a
Wow.
rather large.
Yes. Okay, I just wanted to make sure my eyes weren't deceiving me.
No, I love tea. I drink it all day long. Um,
Wow,
the
that's
tea
a
kettles.
that's a teacup. I mean, I've got like a
Yeah.
little crystal, like carnelian one.
What am I gonna do with that? Gargle? Spit it? No.
I just put my charms in it that after, and then
It's a cool
yeah,
cup though, made
I
out of
can't drink out of
carnelian.
it. Yeah. I got it from Chloe's Crystals, one of our channel friends. She sells crystals.
I need a lot of. I need a
And
big
at
cup.
excellent prices. Yeah.
This cup, I will tell you. You know those electronic tea kettles that you just heat up. It takes a whole kettle full of the water. Yeah, so I love it. I got my
Wow.
Blue
That's pretty
Lotus.
cool. I like that. That's bougie. I like it.
It is bougie as hell. Who else
Hey,
joined us?
Hershey.
Hershey. What up,
Hi,
girlfriend?
hi. Yes.
So, Karen, we have now entered the Taurus season, and we've been
Yeah.
in it for a bit. Um,
I'm feeling the glow because I've gotten placements. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of other stuff that's going on, but yeah, I can feel it. Hmm.
Taurus is ruled by Venus,
Yes.
and I used to be in a relationship with a Taurus person, and their love language was gift giving, making sure I was comfortable, making
Hmm.
sure I was stable. The downside to that was is they were incapable of deviating from anything and changing in any way, shape, or form.
Hmm.
Uh, so they are the prime example of Taurus to me. Very sensual, very caring, very loving, very practical, but
Hmm.
also very stubborn.
It might have been more out of not because they wouldn't want to do that for you. It was just because if they're anything like me, all of a sudden I'm kind of like, but now like it feels weird because you just asked me to do that. So it and that's a little Gemini too there. It's kind of like, I don't know. I don't know that I want to do this.
Yeah,
There's a stubbornness there. Or if it just don't feel comfortable doing it. If a tourist doesn't feel comfortable doing it, they
yeah.
don't want to do it. That's what it boils down to right there.
Hey,
I
Maru, how
just
you doing?
that was like one of those like poofs, in your head, like the light. Ah.
Taurus. I also associate Taurus with the Fool card because the
Interesting.
Hebrew letter associated with the Fool is Aleph A. It means ox or ox goat. So that's for some reason I've got in my head that the ox and the cow, ox and bull, can
What is ox goat?
ox ox goad.
Like a
It's
really
the
big.
harness, an ox
I thought I
G
was just
O
like,
A
is there
D.
like actually a goat that's
No,
an
G O
ox
A
goat?
D. Ox plow is what it is.
You just got me
Ox
to
goat was
cackle.
the other
Sorry. Oh my
thing.
gosh, that's
Cackled
funny.
her. Yeah, it's breaking new ground, but it's
Sorry, y'all.
stubborn also. Um, the actual major arcana card associated with Taurus is the Hierophant, everybody's favorite major arcana card.
Favorite snooze fest. Yeah.
I'm going to show you this one here. This Zero Marchetti deck has it listed as Faith. I love that. I love
I do
decks.
too. I do too. I wish I was more prepared and I had my Anatorian right in front of me, but I can tell you that she names hers the wise one, and it's like a Native American chief with two younger, like maybe young men, and they're sitting around a campfire, and you can
Really?
just feel like he's telling them like, wisdom stories,
Oh,
passing on,
yeah.
the stories, their legacy, right? Our legacies.
In
That's
ancient
important.
Greece, I believe it was Acadia where Hermes originated. It was traditional for the older men to take the younger men out into the wilderness, teach them how to
Hmm.
hunt, and that was
Oh yeah.
the traditional method of passing on information, which is what
Hmm.
the Hierophant card does, is
Yeah, it does.
tradition.
It
Um,
does.
the 5, 6, and 7 of Pentacles are Taurus cards. So the 5
Yes.
of coins is
I thought
ruled
it
by
said decades.
Mercury.
Hmm.
So I like to think when this card comes up, since Mercury is involved, it's communication and of the mind. You may feel like you're left out in the cold. You may feel like you're excluded from society, but all you really have to do is ask. That church is right there. They need to ask for help. Um,
Hmm.
so that,
Yeah. A
to
Taurus
me,
could be prideful a little bit in that way. Um, but also Mercury and Taurus is not the best placement.
well, it's air and earth.
They can be a little, yeah, it's like
Mm.
it's
The
very
air,
like they
the air
don't.
can't really affect
My
the
son
earth.
is Mercury Taurus, and he's actually a Taurus son and born on 420.
Yeah,
Seriously. Yeah, he
respect.
was.
He is the chosen one. I believe I've said this before.
I
He
can't
shall
make
lead
you
us.
can't. Only me, right? I love it though, but people were like, "Ha, ha, ha, "This is awesome." I'm like, I just had a baby. Like I didn't come in here. I didn't plan it. Like this isn't like some big
You're like,
thing.
not yet. One more day. I can do it.
I mean, like there's some other things about it that aren't so cool because I do believe it's Hitler's birthday, so that's not so cool.
Shut up. Is it
Yeah.
really? No
Yeah.
wonder we need to be blasted.
Hmm.
Um, as far as
Interesting. Interesting.
as
Isn't
far
it?
as the 6 of Pentacles, that giving card that we love so much, that charity card, that's ruled by the moon.
Hmm.
Um, that's why that moon aspect, whenever this card comes up, I see somebody giving, but I always want to know why. What's the ulterior motive behind it?
There's a
What's the
spell on the
secret?
card, usually, right?
Is there? I
Hmm.
can't remember on the
Do you
traditional
know
one.
that's the only card in the tarot that they actually exchange or show the representation of money in that way?
Really?
Hmm.
Back and forth exchange or
Hmm.
from one
Yeah,
hand to
yeah.
another?
Look at it. It could be like money laundering. It could be all kinds of things.
Yeah. When that
Hmm.
moon
I
shows up,
also
I
see it
just.
as sample time at Costco, but yeah.
Oh, yes! Love that. Now, when that's reversed, I know there's
there's
shady
some
shit going on.
there's some bad, yeah, you're getting breadcrumbed
Yeah.
or you're getting, yeah, shafted. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah.
Totally.
As
or you're the one shafting
oh,
somebody. It can work
that's
that way too.
true. A lot of
Yeah.
people like to look at it as happening to somebody else, but the truth is,
Yeah.
you may bear
Yeah.
that responsibility yourself.
Yeah.
Could I hold it up again, please? Yes. That
But
is,
I'm thinking on the original Rider Waite, but yeah, he's got that scale.
yeah, this one doesn't
Yeah.
have a skull. It has a scale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's weighing and evaluating what is worth your time, what is worth the investment. But also like giving I have one of my best friends, she's a Taurus. She's the most like charitable person, one of the most charitable people I've ever known. And like she goes and volunteers places, but she's also very like thrifty. But she's got her things like me. I'm Taurus moon and rising. So actually, I'm ruled by Venus because my rising is in Taurus. So yeah, I know how to enjoy myself. I have an eye for expensive things without knowing they're expensive.
Mm.
But
You're like, damn, I
it's
got good
because I see
taste.
good craftsmanship. I see the art. I see the value in it, and I like, I have my blanket, I have my pillow. Um, if I'm specifically like, that's my tiramisu. Like, I savor food. It's very sensual in that way.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, like you enjoy, but everything has to feel good. Like clothing, I like for it to look good, but it's got to feel good. If it doesn't feel good, I don't like it.
That's one of the major factors of Taurus is it is ruled by Venus, so they do
Hmm.
like the finer things. And they
We tend to
appreciate
be
it.
confident in our own senses, in our sense of being, um, as well, but also reluctant to change.
That's what I said.
Do
Yeah,
not like
stubborn.
conflict and do not like conflict. So avoid conflict as well. Don't like a lot of dramatics because it's like, all right, you think about Venus, it's like I'm altering the beauty of the situation.
Hmm.
This doesn't feel very good to me. It's like, settle down.
Taurus is an explosion of the senses. If if it feels good, it's
Hey,
noticeable.
Maroon.
Taurus. Um, the last Taurus card we have in the deck is the Seven of Pentacles, and this is ruled by Saturn in Taurus. So
Yeah, yeah.
there's those feelings of restriction. Do you have enough? Is this the right time? Have I done all I can? It's
It's
very
hard
questioning
work
for me. It's hard work.
and
It's
it
the
takes a
harvest card.
long time.
I like to say,
Work with patience over time. You're not just handed your rewards from Saturn. They're well earned, and wisdom comes from the pain that is
wisdom from
involved.
pain.
Yes,
Ouch. That's
yes,
good. I like that.
yes.
Hey, Jenny. How you doing, love? Hey,
Hi,
Vivian.
Viviani. Jenny, hi. Good to see you.
I always say Vivian. Is it Viviani?
I say Viviani. I hope that's correct.
We should probably ask her. Is
It took
there
me
an
forever to get
E sound at the end of
Fatima.
your name?
I think it's Viviani.
It's a
I like
gorgeous name, regardless.
absolutely.
Watch, she's gonna say it's George.
Viviani's beautiful. It's
It's
George.
pronounced George. um, you guys, we're gonna be doing readings today, um, and here is what we're going to be reading. Hold on, let me find where I put my questions. Here we are. Where I'm showing strength, where I'm resisting change, and a way to channel my power productively. If you would like a reading, put hashtag bull. Hashtag bull.
You had to excuse me. I am in a like giddy, like little, yeah, giggly mood.
We went
That's
out to
good. That's good.
lunch earlier for my father-in-law's birthday and Mother's
Oh,
Day.
Torian.
Yeah. and
Mm.
we went to Texas Roadhouse. So I'm all
The peanuts.
sated right now. Oh, I can't eat peanuts. I'm
Oh
allergic.
my God, what do you do? They're all over the floor, Bobby.
No, they don't have them there in ours on the floor. They
Okay, that must just be here in South Carolina
no,
because it's like maybe they had to stop doing it. They probably got a
right?
lawsuit or something. I don't know. I'm
I've gone into
gonna
restaurants
have to
where they
Google
have
that.
had that before, and I've had to turn right around and run out of the building. Uh,
Holy crap! I've never thought about that with peanut allergy. I mean, they're freaking everywhere. Peanut dust. You
yeah,
know?
we used to, when I was a kid, go to this place in California called Clearman's Northwoods Inn. It looked like a big ski chalet with fake snow and icicles from the building. Gorgeous place, beautiful, expensive. Um, but they had nuts all over the floor, and I didn't have a nut allergy when I was a baby. It developed over time somehow, and that's how we found out. Was I
Weird. Isn't that
started not
crazy?
being able to breathe. Yeah.
Huh.
Uh, I can't eat guacamole either,
I
or melons. I
mean,
know.
I melons. I mean, I could do without the melons, but the guacamole. Oh no. Is it specifically because it's an avocado, or is there something else in guacamole?
It's the avocado.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I'm allergic
figured.
to it.
I was like, just
It sucks because it looks so good, and
oh
my whole family
man.
eats it.
I know, Bobby. Like, how? Seriously, I love guacamole. I love avocados.
I'll tell you guys the funniest allergy story ever. My husband was just talking about it today. Um, about
Okay.
10, 12 years ago, we were eating in Gilbert, Arizona at this barbecue place, really famous place. And as I'm eating, I'm like, and I'm starting to blotch up and turn red. And I'm telling my husband, I didn't eat anything with nuts in it, did I? And he says, I'll go ask. And he got up and sat right back down. He said, hypothetically, I was like, uh-oh. He said,
Hypothetically.
hypothetically, if they cooked it in pecan would that matter? And I said, yeah. So
Yeah, so it sounds like peanuts,
it was all
tree
over the
nuts,
wall.
all
Yeah.
of the nuts.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Ironically, and here's the funny part. I'm gay and allergic to nuts, and my sister, the lesbian, is allergic to cats.
Stop. Stop.
True
No
story.
way. No way.
Let that sink in.
Life just absurd, right? Life, it's like spirit just has a sense of humor sometimes, really. Like I felt like it was that way with my son, his birthday, and my twins. They were born 5/22, 22. And then I had to go hide in the bathroom because of a tornado. Like there was tornado warnings
Oh my
after
gosh.
I, yeah, like after I had a C-section and stuff. Because seriously, I had one of them with me. One was in the ICU. I'm like, kidding me?
Aww.
It barely
How
walked.
scary.
But once I knew I was okay, I was kind of like laughing at it. I was like, well, we got to get a picture of this.
My husband said he had a dream about me last night because I fell this week and hurt
Oh,
myself pretty good. Banged up
Misty,
my left knee and leg.
Bobby.
Um, and
Oh,
he was asleep, and I was screaming for him. Um,
oh, that's
and
like the worst feeling. I'm so
yeah,
sorry.
but last night he dreamt about it, and he said in his dream, um, I hurt myself and fell down. I said, babe, that really happened. He says, no, wait, but in my dream, I told you to walk it off and quit being a baby. So I was like, you bastard.
That would be me too. I'd be like, yeah, no. How dare you?
Hey, Don, Miss Tarot D, how you guys doing? You guys, the prompt for tonight is #bull if you would like a reading.
Bobby, you
And
did a really good job with this. Do I need to write those down or will this get to stay up there?
I'll leave it up here.
I'm sorry, but it's like my memory, like it gives me something to focus. I actually like to write um, questions or things down because it actually helps
I
me
do too, because
drill in. Yeah,
yeah.
it's actually a really good method to do that. But yeah, y'all are getting to
Well,
hear my silly cackles tonight. All right. Whew.
oh, thank you, you guys, Miss Taro D.
Yes,
Yes,
y'all were awesome.
Selena and Ramon
I wish
and
I could have
I,
caught more.
Moon Scarab and Essence of the Moon, we've started a weekly broadcast where we talk all things spiritual and witchy. And last night was our broadcast premiere, and we went over grounding and protection and things like that. And it was so much fun. I had a blast. Um,
Yeah, it was really, yeah, it was, everything was like buzzing, like the feel goods, and it was flowing good. Yeah.
the only
Yeah.
other chat, I'll be honest with you, that I've had that much fun in was I think last month when somehow it was Ange. I think it was her broadcast. Miss Taro D made a Grease reference, and it just the entire chat just started Grease songs. It was phenomenal. That was one of the best nights
That's
ever.
amazing.
Yeah,
Ange and I have had some weird, like,
I was like, tell me more, tell me more.
I can't even like get into all of it, but now we've got a whole running joke about my grandfather being in a Beetlejuice deck, and my lights were going off during readings, and then like she and I, like, we could hardly stop laughing, and we were like, oh my gosh, we're not laughing at y'all or what's happening. Like, we just got tickled. It was just one of those days, right? Like, I felt so bad.
That is so funny. I see you, Julie. Miss Taro D. Yes, protection. She loved the conversation on spiritual condoms.
Okay, thank you, Misty. Of course, that
Yeah.
that was worthy of the.
Okay, so
Hey, Julian.
here's what I'd like to do. We're gonna do back and forth. We'll call a person,
Mhm.
and you're gonna give the first card, question number one, and then I'll do question number one, and then we'll go back to you for question number two, and we'll just go through it real quick and see
Ooh,
how we do on that.
can I grab my charm bowl real fast?
Sure.
Do y'all want a charm?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't have
where's
a
people
charm
with
bowl.
charms?
I feel so out of it.
Oh, stop. You could easily resolve that if you would like to.
I know. Miss Karen, spiritual condoms. Is that like yondoms?
Yeah, I didn't
I-
even mute myself or anything. I'll do
that's
it
okay.
again.
I don't care.
I'm like,
I'm gonna show
whatever.
these off again. I showed them off last night. Selena sent these to me. They're two little wood plaques, one for Hecate and one for Hermes. I just love these so much.
Oh my
I'm gonna put
goodness.
resin over them and make them all shiny and
Oh
stuff.
man, can we? Oh, yep. There's one of Bobby's angel wings. Bobby's. We were like Bobby's angels. Look,
Bobby's Angels. Yes.
Bobby made these for me. The other one is in the bowl, okay. But if y'all get there, I have a special meaning that I did share with Bobby. He asked me, what are you gonna do if you pull one for somebody? So we talked about it. He made these. They're Hermes wings. There's another one in my
There's two in
bowl.
there.
Yes. So right or left, there's a different message.
Oh, different vibe, different
And
message.
if you're not a subscriber to Bobby, I also said you have to subscribe to him.
Yes, and you need to
This is a
subscribe to
sign the
Karen.
universe wants you to subscribe to Bobby.
I'm
Welcome to
almost at
Karen.
400 subscribers. I'm very happy about
I'm
that.
almost at 300.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all. Hey, just make sure y'all subscribe to both.
Subscribe to both our
Get
channels.
us
Yes.
there. Get us there. Get us
And
there. Ooh, I
my
got my
tarot wheel
housewives
back here.
tarot.
Yes.
That's
There.
Taurus.
Funny story. And Miss Tarot D, I'm calling you out on this.
You're gonna pull up the housewives.
I did a show one night with Ramon and Miss Tarot D, and Miss Tarot D and I each had the same background. Ramon came on, looked at us, and said, "Hold on a second," and went and he set up his to match us. He's like, "I'm not going to be the only odd man out."
He's so sweet. He's so sweet.
Hershey,
I
congratulations,
love
Mama.
that. It's like, wait, hold on. I'm like, wait, you didn't. What? I would be like, I'm the one, the
I
special
celebrate
one.
your success, Hershey. I celebrate it.
Absolutely. Wow. Wow, Hershey. That's amazing. You go.
So we're
You
gonna go
deserve it.
ahead and are you all set, my love?
Ready
Okay.
as I'll ever be.
Our first person we're gonna read for tonight is going to be Karen Suki. Okay.
Karen Suki. I always
Suki,
wanted to say
Suki.
that. Suki. Suki.
That's what am I saying? Suki, Suki now.
Suki. Suki.
I say that every time I see a hot guy. Suki, Suki now.
Ah, Suki. Yeah. And I don't know if you watched True Blood.
I used to. I saw
Suki
them.
Stackhouse.
Suki
Yeah.
Stackhouse.
Yes. But it's spelled differently, but yeah.
Yeah, I had a crush on the I can't remember his name, the cook's boyfriend. He was what was he, half demon or something?
The cook's boyfriend. That's very
Yeah.
specific.
It was what was the guy, the cook, the feminine cook? What was his name? He had a boyfriend in the show.
Yeah.
His boyfriend was some kind
Pretty
of
wild.
demon or cursed or something, but I had such a crush on him.
Ah, yeah.
I think he went on to Lucifer on that show.
Ramon has just entered.
Ramon,
the
my
building.
brother.
Yes. My husband's locking the door. So, am I pulling the first card? Is that what's going on here?
Well, I pulled one, I pulled two, and I pulled three. So we're just going to go back and forth. Okay. So I'll start us off.
Okay. I think I misunderstood you before. So
Well,
my
what's
bad.
going to happen here is I'm going to tell Karen the first question where I'm showing strength, and then you're going to tell Karen where I'm showing strength. Then I'm going to do where I'm resisting change, and we're going to go back and forth. And since we got a lot of people, we're going to try to go quickly.
Yeah, I got you.
Or would you prefer to do all three for yourself, and I'll take the next person?
Well,
so I don't break your rhythm.
Well, I just had pulled all three.
Well, why don't you go ahead and do all three, and I'll take the next person.
Okay, so I'm using, Karen, I'm using my Housewives Tarot, and that's from actually a present from Ange. We were just talking about Ange not too long ago. Ange. Okay, so I'm taking some liberties to go outside of rote meetings because I am a housewife. I'm a mother of three. And I told her I was going to have fun with these cards one night. So we're going to do it. Like, meaning fun as in, yeah. So we have, Karen, we've got judgment here. We've got judgment. Okay. So, I mean, we're looking at, look, she's in her heels and she's like bent over looking at the scale, looking at, you know, what's that number? What's that number? And then, I mean, you know, she just apparently sees herself as a big fat piece of rib meat or something. I don't know. I mean, it's a little bit, you know, has a little bit of that objectification to it. But I think you show strength, you know, by using better judgment not to focus on the details to see the bigger picture. And it's also a life turning moment. And also judgment is a very hard thing for a Taurus to do. Because it's a shift. But usually once a Taurus does that, they'll stick to it. It's a new rhythm, a new, you know, fixed routine. Justice in the reverse. I mean, yeah, where you are resisting change. I mean, I always think when justice is in the reverse, you know, always something is just unfair, unbalanced. What are you doing action wise to flip that. Are there people that need to be eliminated from that? Are you avoiding taking a step to try to take that balance? Also, maybe also other people could be treating you unfairly, but you're a good person, or you don't want to, step up and say the conflict or whatever. Um, this is to stand in that truth and say the uncomfortable things. Oh, okay, so this is where I'm going to go off the rails here a little bit, okay? A way to channel my power productively. You, Karen Suki, not me. We've got the Five of Swords, but it's not so much the meaning here that I'm looking at. It's, I feel like there's something that, like, because see, look, we're looking at this dress and it's being tailored and everything like that. I feel like an outer, like something like to dress, something new like this. It's going to make you feel a little bit more like confident about yourself, a little bit more like you're going to feel yourself more. And you're not going to feel like so conflicted to actually maybe speak your truth in a situation. And to stand up to people who might challenge you in those type of ways. This is just my intuition speaking, but you're beautiful on the outside and the inside. And stand in that and feel that. You might have some kind of opportunity on the way as well. Page of Pentacles, that is Earth. That is Earth. And as I lift that up, the Lovers is underneath it. And the Queen of Pentacles. Interesting.
Awesome.
Oh, one charm. And I'll let Bobby go.
I was going to say, what? No charm?
Oh, no. I just grabbed pony beads. 6. Oh, stop. And the Lovers was underneath there. I don't know. You're going to have some choice about something. Or is there a choice that that you need to make? But also, that's also being in the divine feminine and the masculine of that. The duality of that. But yeah, don't get stuck too far, on one way or the other. It's about coming back into balance. And that's being logical too with the swords. It's your thoughts. It's in your thoughts. The judgment is in your thoughts. I hope that resonated, Karen. And I felt like I was talking to myself, really. Literally, more ways than one.
I love those kind of readings.
I love y'all.
I had a reading this morning for a client, and I used 3 or 4 different decks, but every spread, the same cards kept coming out no matter what deck I used.
Oh my gosh, that happens to me too.
Yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I felt the need to relay that information right now, but I just love it when synergy happens, I guess was my point.
Yeah.
All
Me
right,
too.
Karen, thank you.
Thank you.
Now for me. My turn. My turn.
I'm going to silence myself.
Oh, I've got Ms. Hershey. Hershey, the shadow reader. Hershey, what I love about you is usually when I fall asleep at night, I usually check my Facebook right before I go to bed. And every single night, there's usually something from Hershey saying goodnight, beautiful souls, or something like that, that she posts on her channel. And I always, night, Hershey. So,
Oh, well, think about it, the Hershey kiss.
the Hershey kiss.
Yeah.
It makes me happy, I guess was my point. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah. Hershey was really sweet too. Hershey sent me an email, and there were like fires going on in South Carolina, but it wasn't near me. But I saw that everybody was like concerned about me, and she emailed me, we're worried, and I was like, oh,
all right,
like you'll care.
So, Hershey, my love, here's what I got for you.
Love.
And we have three questions: where I'm showing strength, where I'm resisting change, and a way to channel my power productively. Where you're showing strength, we have the Hermit card. This is from my Night Sun Tarot. I love this deck. This Hermit tells me um, you're very self-aware. Where you're showing strength, you're able to look at yourself, which allows you to look at the world properly. Um, you don't really hide bullshit from yourself. You'll face it. Um, a long time ago, I noticed that if I was uncomfortable looking at something, I'd look away real quick, and I just wouldn't look at it. And I realized I was doing it. And so now I make myself look at something to try to understand what was it that made me uncomfortable? Why did I look away? You're capable of looking at something and seeing the truth of it. This allows you to reach other people. It's a very powerful gift, and I applaud you for it. Where you're resisting change, well, now we're getting a little. We have the Three of Pentacles, but it's in reverse. This is a card of working together with other people. The thing is, a couple things. First, I think you may have issues at times because you look so deeply into yourself. It may raise a lot of questions. You call a spade, yes. um, sip, sip. Daryl stash in the house. I always make sure to have my sip sips just in case you drop by, my friend. I'm not going to get called out again. I laugh where Gerald's involved sometimes because I'm sure he does this with a lot of people. I'll get a text message sometimes saying sip sip, and I'm like, yeah, how did he know? Yeah. This Three of Pentacles upside down tells me you may have trouble working with other people because you see the truth of the matter. You have trouble watching people walk head first into walls, face first. So to keep that from happening, there may be times you pull back from the general public at large in person. I think you're always questioning yourself. That Three of Pentacles is a card of Capricorn, which is your identity, how you see yourself. I think sometimes you question too much. I think you may read too much into things at times. Yeah, watching somebody head for disaster, you're like, oh well, nothing I can do about it. Oh, this is gonna be painful. I'll tell you something. I won't look away from pain anymore. I tell myself if they can go through it, I can see it. If they can feel it, I can at least watch it. I'm not going to deny that this is happening to somebody. The last question is a way to channel your power productively. You bring change everywhere you go. You're meant to evolve. This is the Death card, which is one of the prettiest cards in this deck, actually. You're meant to evolve. You're meant to bring change. What I'm seeing here is the same kind of energy I have. I like to tell people I'm a harbinger of change. I say it at every job I've ever had. People, businesses that I've worked at, you're either going to prosper or you're going to close. And they don't believe me. And last year. I told that to somebody, and their business closed. And the point is, you bring change. You're meant to bring change. You're meant to evolve, and you're meant to help other people evolve. What does this say? Miles is telling me he's getting subliminal messages from somewhere. Okay, Bobby, I hear you. Good. Reach one, teach one. I love being an educator and healing. Yeah, your problem, or your challenge, I should say, is that you do care. You do see where people are going to make mistakes, but you're going to have to just let them run into that wall, my dear. So buckle up, Buttercup. Thank you for letting me read for you tonight.
Buttercup. Buttercup. Hershey Kisses.
It's my favorite. Buckle up, Buttercup. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Hershey Kisses. The Shadow Reader.
Karen and I are doing, Karen and I are doing Taurus readings, you guys, for those who have joined us late. The prompt for tonight is #bull if you would like questions. We are not doctors. We are not lawyers. So please, you can hear what we have to say, but do not base your decisions. As Gerald likes to say, these are for entertainment purposes only. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No matter how right we are.
I need to give a quick apology to Karen Suki because I totally forgot the first thing that was supposed to be a strength, because that judgment card, what the position that was supposed to be in, when I looked at that scale and saw that, it was just like, oh gosh, don't, so I totally forgot that. So I did want to say that you have made some kind of big change there, but don't scrutinize yourself, because I did feel that on that, I did feel that with the scale. But I wanted to give Karen a crystal card to work with, Jasper, because Tauruses like pretty things. They like, tangible things to work with. And I feel like that's tactile. It's healing. But Jasper, oddly enough, will ground you. It's good, after a stressful work week or something. So with those swords and, it could be like conflicts, like work, things like that. Maybe something new you've started. But anyways, I just wanted to say that because I was like, afterwards, I was like,
dadgummit.
I totally messed that up. But you know what? It's okay.
Selena may be dropping by. She just texted me.
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong most of the time.
Oh God, no! I have to admit when I'm wrong. It's a thing with me. I will own my mistakes.
Jasper.
All right, so Jasper. Karen, it is time for you to read for Witchy Best Friend.
Yes, Jess. I think it. Said your name is Jess, right? Because I asked one morning. Visit seeing coffee and cards. Sometimes that's nice. Thank you for being here. And I'm strength. The strength.
You got that right, girlfriend. Ownership is key. I told you she was gonna drop in, didn't I?
Yeah, Selena.
I had just said Selena texted me and I let her know I'm live, so she's probably gonna drop in. You guys, if you didn't see the show that Ramon and Selena and I did last night, we're going to be going live every week now, talking about spiritual and witchy matters.
Love that. Yeah. I just love talking. Like, well, I mean, obviously, I love talking because I'm a Gemini, but just the coffee and cards. I've really enjoyed doing that in the mornings. I'm actually doing a special one in the morning. Hopefully. 8:45 a.m. Oh, goodness.
Jess. Oh, there's 3 lives going on. I didn't know that. You go.
Yeah, there's multi-live. Yeah.
I'm sure there's always a live going on. I try not to schedule, but Fridays, on the weekends, On the
Oh
weekends, we're
goodness, the
gonna run
devil
up
came
against.
out. The devil came out. Something you're good at. This is gonna be fun.
I like that.
Isn't that interesting, right? That's very Taurian. You know, if you fall into that positive side of the devil, a Taurus knows how to sit still, enjoy the decadence of whatever moment. You know how to like, you're not going to feel too guilty about enjoying a moment.
I open up my
Oh
Facebook real
goodness.
fast to see
Wow,
who
this
buzzed
shot
through.
out hard and it's a good card. This is exciting. I'm sorry. Continue.
No, I was just saying somebody buzzed through and I looked real quick to see who it was and I opened it up and there's a big old picture of Miss Tarot D on my Facebook. She didn't message me. It just happened to be. She was on the picture. I was like, "You
Oh man,
sexy bitch."
I need a fan. I need a fan in here.
Where's my fan?
Wow, Jess. But see that's front on the bottom, the Wheel of Fortune. If you've got some Taurus in you, like that's always a little scary, right? It's because of not knowing that we like to know that I got a job, I can be able to afford the place that I'm about to move, like I can eat and I'll have a bed to sleep on. Things like that are very important. And you know what? That's okay. It's not wrong to feel that way. These are basic needs. That's like the first, part of the zodiac will. Aries, self, Taurus, this is what I have. Gemini, this is what I say. So, like we need to do that to survive, right? So, anyways, that's me going on a soapbox. Strength. This is the most interesting thing I've ever seen. This wanted to pop out at the same time. Sorry. I'm used to, it's hard to show two cards at the one time. I can't do it. All right. So I've got the devil. I think you're good at like knowing when to treat yourself um to something. Like when it's that time. But I think you're smart about it. Like that's like the playful side of the devil, the strength. But also too, like um I see it like you can resist things well too. But this is a Taurus street. We like some of these things. We like that devil's food cake, okay? Maybe like you've had like some success with the diet too, because I've lost a little bit of weight somehow by overcoming emotional upsets. Maybe somebody's like a little pouty with their you know, emotions, sitting there with their, kind of like the beer and the cigarettes. Like, I love this. It's like, hey, honey, this is the King of Cups, by the way. But upside down, they're manipulative. They're, not very good at managing emotions, can have emotional, upsets or whatever. Um, I just feel like you're good at managing those type of things with that. And not is with it being a strength with the devil. It's like the devil is about power and too. And I think like when you get it like in a strength or like a good position, that it's like don't be afraid, like you're not afraid to stand in your power when necessary. Take control. So, okay. Something we need to work on here though, okay? But it's in the reverse. So I know you already have worked on this. It's slowly leaving you, okay? It's the 10 of Swords, but it's in the reverse, okay? You are, okay. All right. Hey, okay. Thank you for that. So did something like hurt really bad, obviously. Like somebody at a relationship, a friendship, or something. With it being in the reverse, you're like almost out of it, right? But it still kind of lingers. And Spirit wants to say, now that you've said that, yeah, you've been doing good at not letting your emotions overtake you to step into these things, right? And I got something really, this is what I was like, ah! I'm sorry, this is a good reading. A way to channel your power productively. But this is work. It's work, but it pays off because there's something here that's going to give you really like tangible results. Your body is a tangible result here. There also could be something, that's going to affect you, in your day-to-day, your actual reality that's coming. So keep your eyes open. But also this can be also the two you're creating this. You have the power to create that and continue it. But you just got to stay at it. And it seems like, yeah, 2 tens, you are at the end of a cycle. And it's in the upright. I feel like there's good things coming. Let me grab a charm for you. Ooh. Might want to pack. Maybe you'll have some shopping to do. The suitcase. And it's like a nice, like little fancy suitcase too. Oh, you got one of my Beatles charms. Maxwell's silver hammer. There might be some words for you in that. I would listen to it. But it can be, think of like a hammer, like people work with hammers, right? I don't know. I've got to read the lyrics to that. Ooh, a scepter. Like a little, So, yeah, I think you're stepping up here with something. And a K
Thanks,
and a
Otter.
B. And a K and a B could be significant somehow. So
Kick
that
butt.
that is my yes, kick butt. Yeah, I like that. And so it is.
Yeah, I was singing. I was muted, but I was singing "Bang
I
Bang."
saw you and
Maxwell
I was like, I
Silver
love it. I was
Hammer
like,
came
yeah,
down. I love that song.
yes.
I
Thank you
want to
for letting me read for
rewatch.
you.
So, what is it? Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, the movie. I need to rewatch that. I haven't watched that in almost 40
Yeah.
years. All right, so that was for
No
you.
way. It's not been
Now,
that long.
it's been that long
Probably.
since I've
No.
watched it.
Don't
Yeah.
give your
I just
no.
rewatched The
You
Wiz
don't look
and
it.
Xanadu. I'm in my mid 50s, my love.
You look fabulous. I'm
Brown,
I'm
don't
about
fall
to turn
down.
45 on June 9th.
You sexy bitch, you.
Thanks. I love you, Bobby.
Vivian. Vivian.
You're
Vivian.
very welcome,
Viviani.
Jess.
We are going to read for you next.
Bobby, did you see that? Her son is Caden B.
Who's Caden B?
Witchy best friend that I just read for in the K and the B.
Oh! I get.
Isn't that cool? Sorry, I
That
get
is.
excited about stuff like that.
I do too. Especially when we read together, no matter who I read with, if we pull the same cards or get the same vibe, I just score.
This is added confirmation too. Yeah.
Xanadu is always going to be one of my favorite movies. I will just say that here and now. From the beginning when they're just coming out of the walls and skating, I love it. The whole movie. So here's what I got for you, my love. Let me see what that says. Yes, go ahead, Selena, and put in hashtag bull for Taurus, and we'll put you on the list, my dear. What I have for you, the first question where I'm showing strength, the Seven of Pentacles. This is a card, uh, Taurus, by the way. You understand what's practical. You understand what's needed and what's important. On this card, it's a diagram of the chakras. You understand the flow of energy. That is your strength. Where are you resisting change? Another card of Taurus, the Queen of Pentacles. I read the Queen as fixed earth energy. So even though you are, hold on, let me put this. I see you, Selena. Okay. Where are you resistant to change? You like to be in control. You like to take care of the people around you. And at times, I feel worried that if you don't do something, it won't get done. Um, that energy is both powerful and dangerous to you. It says you may be doing for others what they should be doing for themselves. The last card I have for you, a way to channel your power productively. I have the World card in reverse. Now, this is an awesome card because it looks like Kali on there. Kali is the goddess of change, destruction, and time. Time is an important factor for Kali. I think using your time more productively towards your goals would help you out a lot. I think setting some study time aside, setting some personal time aside, the whole card here is about time, setting time aside. It looks like you're about to give birth to something. The World is the last card in the major arcana, and it flips over to the Fool. When it's reversed, I see that flip about to happen. You're about to start a new journey. Thank you, Black Belt. That's very nice of you. She says she enjoys the lives. I think you need to be conscious of what's happening around you right now and conscious that things are about to end and something is about to start. Time is of the essence for you. That is what I'm getting for you from that card. So, to review, we've got some stubbornness on your part because you usually know what's right with that Seven of Pentacles. You're very capable, but you might want to prepare for what's coming next in your life. I see a cycle is about to end and a new one is about to start. So I'm going to pull an oracle card for you because that just doesn't sound right. It sounds incomplete, I should say. Hold on. What happens in the new cycle? Chiron. Yeah, I know. Healing. Okay, so this card says you're heading into a stage of healing, a phase of healing. This next cycle, you really should focus on yourself and not so much on other people. You need some healing that needs to take place with you. And it's not selfish to take care of yourself. So that's pretty much the message I have for you. Thank you for letting me read for you, my dear. Okay, that's done. I hate that when you do a spread and it just doesn't feel like you got an answer. It doesn't do me any good to point out a problem for a client if I can't give them a solution, you know?
Yeah, I know what you mean. But, well, I mean, Bobby, look, in my very first reading, I totally messed up the spread. I mean, so, come on.
Okay, so
It whatever happens is meant to happen.
whatever will be, will be.
Yes.
Belle, go ahead and put hashtag bull, and I'll put you on the list. We've got 4 people in this order. We've got Jenny, Julie, Debbie, Selena, and then Belle. And then after that, I think questions are going to be closed because we're in an hour right now. Hopefully, we'll get through all these. We're going to try our hardest, you guys.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm not on
Okay.
a time.
I
So.
always ask. I forget to ask my guests if they're
I do
ready
too.
to going
Yeah.
because I could read cards all day. I'm used to doing psychic fairs where I'm reading for 4 to 6 hours straight.
I mean, maybe not like all day. No, I'm not that good. I mean,
Daddy needs to make his money.
I'm like, whew, the Taurus in me is like, I don't know. I'm really hungry. I need to eat.
Let's switch decks. All right. So who is Karen reading for next? Did I say Jenny? Jenny.
Oh, Jenny. So I've heard Nancy with Nancy's Kern's intuition do this before. And I was like, you know what? For the spirit of keeping things moving, I sent, an understanding for the next person I'm reading for. What are their card spirit? And they just flew out. Like they were all jumpers. So, yeah. And I know Jenny. Well, in YouTubeville. Okay, Miss Jenny.
Did you say YouTubeville?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. I love it.
Okay, I was like, what, is that weird? I don't know. All right. Is there somebody, Jenny, is there somebody like that is abusing their power around you? And I mean that like that can mean in all kinds of ways. It can be like your boss, not paying you what you're owed. You know what I mean? Things like that because they're just the boss or things like that. It feels like there's somebody either abusing their power or you're not standing in your power. Oh my gosh, Jenny, I've pulled the Emperor for you before. I remember this now. It's about you standing in that. This Emperor card's really funny, by the way. It reminds me of like Chef Boyardee. But he's like all these like cans and stuff.
He looks like the Michelin Man.
Yeah, that too, right? It's like, practical shelf life here. Like we're prepared for the long stretch. Nothing's getting us. I mean, that's an emperor. It's rigidness. But it's also, somebody who steps up and stands in their power, and it's a masculine power. Masculine does not have to be gender. It can just be the energy you're sitting in. But your strength, I can't make this up. Okay. So I had the King of Pentacles in the reverse come out. And I was like, okay, Spirit. And then I wanted to pull like these like little cards here, and my color card, Strength, came out. But it was in the reverse. So this is why, like, this is obviously like a message here. I'm not sure. With the King of Pentacles, okay? King of Pentacles is Taurus. He is Taurus all the way. Fixed, stubborn. It is feminine energy, though, because it's Earth. Very good with money, but set stubborn in their ways. If it doesn't make sense to them, they won't do it. When they're in the reverse, they are not, they could be up to some stuff, right? But as a strength, have you recently dealt or ran into this kind of energy recently? You know, like, was there something that you were able to stay strong and overcome? We'll get some more information here, okay? But like something that you're needing more is, okay, the resisting the change. Two of Swords in the reverse. Illumination in the reverse. So obviously it's like not being clear about something. And my little girls just opened the door and ran in here.
We love your kids when they make an appearance.
Mama, hi, mama. Yes. So the Two of Swords in the reverse. Sometimes I see that like as in, you know, the block, the resisting the change could be just like when you're in the Two of Swords upright, like that's my card that says like that's my joking around card that's just like don't stop asking me stuff. Like, no, like I'm you're not getting through here, right? It's a blockage. Once in the reverse, sometimes that's opening out, but also it could just be, you know, really unclear. And there's something like you're needing to see more clearly, perhaps even more logically. And judgment seems to be a theme tonight. That's Pluto, right? Pluto.
Yes. The fires of transformation.
Yes. Judgment. I studied classical astrology, so we have some like differing, yeah.
Yeah, well, judgment sometimes
I
flips.
study the other
Uranus
planets
and Pluto.
on my free time, but yeah, I mean we talked about it, but it's not, yeah. Anyway. Oh goodness. So this is a change. This is a decision to move out of some type of conflict here, because I had to pull a card just to see more on judgment. What is this about? The Six of Swords. It's moving on, it's moving forward, moving past something. Look, she's even like moving forward and she's like, bye. Yeah, like it's, yeah, there's something like that. I think you're just gonna have to like just let it go. It feels like something like you're not gonna win in this situation, right? Or something to move forward. I know you know what this is, okay? Without me being able to talk with you all the way, it's hard for us to know always. But I of course I feel like you know. All right. V for victory, okay? V, stand up in it. But it is going to take a little work. We got a little broom, okay? Got a little broom. But you are protected because it wasn't a Bobby wing. It wasn't Bobby's angels. Bobby's Hermes. Hermes. Not Hermes.
Hermes.
Hermes. Hermes. Yes, but you are protected. Your angels are with you. You can ask them for this guidance, okay? And we got a little pink princess flag. It's kind of like, just wave it. You know, you might just have to ask for it, right? And then I didn't know I had a pink one in here. There's this cool cat. And it's like pink. It's like thumbs up. It's going to be okay. Whatever this is, it's going to be okay. I feel like I want to give you a quick oracle. Okay.
Who has
An abundance angel.
I was
Yo,
saying,
I saw
who
some
has twins in college?
donations. I saw some donations just pop through.
Yes,
Wow.
Selena did, and I'll put her up next. The donations will move you
Jenny,
towards the top.
visualize abundance in all forms. Source gave you such great spiritual power that everything you visualize, that's a cool thing because our minds, we need to pen our thoughts to
Oh,
actually manifest. That's my little girl just walked in again. That's Becca.
it
Mama,
finally made sense what I was reading. I was like, what? Okay.
mama. She says it so properly. It's hilarious. Um, this is about manifestation. Okay, everything you visualize eventually becomes reality. So make sure what you're visualizing in your mind, make sure it's good. Make sure we feel, we all need to fill our mind with good things. Um, it says somebody's birthday. Happy birthday, Taurus. They're singing. I'm gonna have to put them away. But I'm glad that we're into the winning, the wedding. Oh my God! Why did I
Okay.
saying these words? My girls are taking over. This is entertaining, right? Hold a steady vision of that which is beautiful, helpful, positive. Oh, they're trying to blow up my candle. That's what's going on. Positive
Uh,
and filled with blessings, and that is what you will experience. Jenny, I love you. Welcome to
why?
my madness.
Why
And
am I
happy,
not?
you got an early happy birthday song too. All right, I've got to put them away. They are really, seriously, they think my candle is a birthday candle.
You go ahead. I'm trying to do
All right, I'll be
something.
right back. Listen to me.
That's
I do it.
okay.
That's so
I'm
funny. Right
trying
now.
to find the video for today, the
All right, I'll be right back,
live.
y'all.
Go
They're
on.
taking over.
I'll hold down the fort. All right, hold on, you guys. Bobby's being creative here. Nope, I can't find it. I don't know what I did. All right, screw it. Miss Tarot D, I will make you a mod as soon as I figure out. I can't do it from my computer. I tried it before. Yes, I want you. I want you as a mod. But I can't find it on my YouTube. It's really upsetting me. Oh well. Selena, hermana, how you doing, my love? So here's what I've got for you. And I shit you not, the first card I drew is the Emperor card. You know what this card means. It's also where you're showing strength, the Emperor. You're very structured. You're very go get it. You do a lot of lives. You're in a state right now of go get it. All right. Everything you reach for is yours to attain right now. Where you're showing strength is this is Aries energy. This is the energy of back up. I've got this. You're amazing. I've told you this in private. I've told you this on air. I think you're freaking awesome. The next question, where you're resisting change. This is an emotional aspect that comes into play. The Chariot card. This is ruled by Cancer. I think that once you get an idea into your head, it's hard for you to deviate from it. I think your awareness of the universe and of other people has put you in the mindset of, how do I say this? think you're stubborn is basically what I'm saying. I think you're stubborn. I don't think you change your mind or emotions easily. I think you're very controlled. Both of these cards, the Emperor and the Chariot, are about control. One with your actions and one with your emotions. I think you are otra vez. I told you. I think you might be a little too controlled and aggressive, but you're going places. That Chariot is right side up. This is fire and water energy. You're balanced. I honestly was expecting the third card to be Temperance, blending the fire and water. You think the twins locked Karebear in the basement again. Here's the thing, my love. We've got fire and water. The last card I drew for you is a way to channel your power productively. We have the Three of Swords in reverse. Yes, it's a card of sorrow, but why is it a card of sorrow? Because it's Libra, out of balance. That's why it's a card of sorrow. I think you're bringing balance into your life right now in whole new ways, ways that you weren't expecting. I think that if you don't have any expectations about the future and don't try to force expectations into your life, just go with the flow, I think things will develop for you in ways you weren't expecting. Every time I've read for you, my dear, that Aries card comes up. I've told you what I think this card represents. Okay, this is that energy that watches over you and your family. She's laughing, says I am. I think you just need to be a little more organic with things and not have expectations. Just let things evolve. Trust in the universe. I think that is something you're discovering right now. How to trust. I don't like giving up control. I don't like it at all. I don't like putting my fate in somebody else's hands, but I'm really working on it now. I really am. I would like to pull an oracle card for you. Huh. Jumper. Leadership. You're not only meant to learn, Mama, you're meant to lead. I don't know if the people, when we do lives, sometimes it surprises me the comments I get or the emails I get saying how, hey, boo boo, welcome back.
Hi.
It surprises me when people say that our words touch them in a certain way or that we nailed a certain thing. I think you lead people and you're not even aware of it. People basically hang on your words, what you have to say. You need to own that, and I think you're doing a great job of owning it. I'm going to ask Karen to pull some charms for you since she tipped us.
I would love to. I would love to. That's a great idea. All right.
That Emperor,
Noisy.
Selena. Every time with that Emperor card, no matter which deck I use, Mama.
Wow. The Emperor. I get that Emperor a lot too. I got an Emperor in my life.
Her dad is watching over her.
Oh. What was he? Was he Aries? Or do you have like a lot of Aries?
Whenever I've done her readings, that card comes up, and it's
He is
representative
a
of
father. Yeah.
the father figure. Yeah.
Yeah, he is the father. Yeah, I was just curious if he happened to be Aries too, because my dad shows up differently. That's what I was just asking. Yeah.
Mine
Oh,
is the
you've
hermit
got one of
card.
my
Yeah.
favorite charms. Sorry. What did you just say? I got too excited for a second. Okay. All right. So we got some really cool ones here. All right. So I don't know cartomancy yet, but it's on my list of things to learn. But I am going to convert this little 2 of diamonds into a 2 of pentacles. Okay. And that is, can be some choices in how to, there can be some conflicting things with time there. It can be hard to know what to do, when to do it, to keep that balance, right? And money too. All the things in that. And we've got the little worm, a little earthworm. It's like what I like to call a little earthworm. And that's very suitable. But look, he's got eyes, he's open. He's like, something new like is coming about, like the worms are out. I know. I've seen them now. And you got this really cool, what is that? The planchette for the Ouija, but if you look, it's got, sorry, I'm getting some feedback. Hold on. See if this will work. No. I'll fix it in a minute. I apologize for the feedback. But look, you've got the little, it's hard to see. I can't get it to focus in, but it says yes, no, goodbye on it. So that's, tapping in, connecting, talking to somebody there. And you got one of my little mini books, Unravel Me. I love it. With a big eye on it. So something about eyes, because there's an eye in the planchette too. And this is like one of my most favoritist charms. The little kitty, the hang in there kitty.
The hang in there kitty.
Hang in there. Hang in there. Please focus. Why am I not focusing? It does. It says hang in there on there. It's just hard to see it. But yeah. So, yeah. That gives me hangman energy too. That's actually what the hangman card does in one of my cat tarot decks. So, yeah, it could be like a period of, it's like, I know I've just got to hang in there for this stretch. Are you still doing school, Selena? Weren't you in all that school and all that stuff? Yeah. Hang in there. Hang in there. And I got a 6. 6 could be like your life path. It's my life path number. It's like a lot of service to people, but also could be the house of the 6th house, which Virgo is a part of that, and that's like work, self, service. And, or, you can think 6 of lovers. You take it the way you want to. And I've got the letters O, V, and A. They're Scrabble tile letters. O, V, and A. Ova. Ova.
I ain't touching that one.
It's almost over. Hang in there.
It's
I love you, Selena. These are fun.
I would like to point out, Miss Tarot D, you have a nice, pretty blue wrench next to your name now.
Yes, and I gave Miss Tara D. I made sure to go and add her pretty blue wrench too because she let me know. I forgot.
Yeah. Well, it took me forever to figure out how to do it. You guys don't understand how bad I am with technology. It is bad.
I'm just stubborn. I won't use my laptop with my phone. I don't know why. I'll do it because I will have to soon with astrology stuff. But yeah.
So, Jenny, I get to read for you tonight, my dear.
Yeah.
Okay. So, for you, you get the Wise Dog Tarot. I love this deck because it makes me move my voice like this. Every time I look at this deck, my voice does that.
Selena, Ova. Look at her. That's so funny.
Jenny, who can I turn to? All right, so we've got 1, 2. Oh, I like that card. Oh, it's so cute. Aw. Yeah, I'm one of those readers. Ooh, ah. And an oracle card for Jenny because I think she's awesome. All right, my dear, here's what I have for you. The first question, where I'm showing strength. The Page of Cups. You find the wonder in life. You can look at something and see something other people don't. You find the magic in everyday things. I try to do that too. When I leave the house, I look for birds. I look for trees. I look for smile. I look for glimmers, as Gerald calls them. The world is negative enough. I will doom scroll late at night, yes, but I also balance it out by trying to find positive things in life. And I think that is your strength. You're capable of seeing the wonder in life. Look at that little chihuahua. He's so cute. Oh my God. Yeah, he is. I got a little black chihuahua, and she looks an awful lot like that. The next card I have for you, where are you resisting change? We have the 6 of Wands. When things are going good, why mess with it? Why screw it? Why screw with something that doesn't need to be screwed with? This is a card of Leo. Leo is creative, exuberant, fun. I'm a freaking Leo. I am designed to enjoy life. This is a truth wave.
Victor. Sorry.
When things are going good, you don't want things to change. That is both good and bad. This is saying you know how to enjoy life, but at the same point, you're restricting yourself from more creative endeavors. When something's going good, you may not want things to change. Why mess with it? But there's a lot of things out there in this world for us to learn. I advise embracing change, because if you don't embrace change, change is going to embrace you. The last card I have, a way to channel my power productively. It's the Death card, the saddest puppy card in the deck. This is a warning that if you don't embrace change and find new things to bring into your life, the universe is going to take control of it for you and take you in directions you weren't planning on going. It's interesting that I had that 6 of Wands, which is called the Victory card, because the Oracle card I drew for you from my talisman oracle is a card called Creativity. Creativity is Leo energy. It's the Six of Wands energy. It's all about creating something new. You are not meant to be stagnant. You are not meant to dwell for too long on any one thing. You, I get the feeling, I've said this to you before, you're meant to learn and you're meant to pass on that knowledge. I advise everybody to be willing to share the knowledge they learn. And I think what I'm feeling here is not isolating yourself and being part of the world more, taking a class, joining a group, calling old friends. Well, yeah, calling old friends. But embrace change, do something new. And that's what I have for you tonight, my dear. Thank you for letting me read for you. And for letting me use my puppy dog deck. It's so cute.
I love using my animal decks on pet reads. Like, God, I love it.
I
So
love
funny.
it. Deck. It still cracks me up. I go back and watch that video sometime when I did the unboxing because I'm talking about it, and then all of a sudden I say, "Oh my God, it's so cute!"
Yeah, that's me.
It
That's
cracked
me.
me up.
I'm like, look at those little jelly beans.
Yeah.
Look at those little jelly beans in that paw. Oh, yeah.
Here we go. Next up.
Totally.
Ah! That was cool.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Just kidding. Definitely.
Well, I didn't turn off my bad.
That's cute as cat. So, Julianne, Karen is going to read for you now.
Yes. I was already taking the liberty of putting that out there, that I was pulling cards. But I wanted Spirit to tell me just a little bit more. I'm almost there. But I can go ahead and, oh, wow. All right. Thanks, Spirit. Goodness. Okay. All right. It makes sense now. So this is my, hi, Julie, by the way, my bottom wand energy. I feel this, right? The Ten of Wands. I'm holding all of the things, all of them. It's a lot of, in this case, a lot of house cleaning tools. And she's having to hold and carry that weight all at once. But it's in the upright. So you're doing it. Or you have been doing it here in the bottom. But, you know, it could be kind of like time though too, just to make sure you aren't taking on too much there on the bottom, right? Let's get more into it. All right, so your strength, I'm really glad this is in the reverse on strength. I'm really glad it wasn't upright. It's the Four of Cups. So this is an interesting Four of Cups. Look, these are just empty glasses right there. And it's like, oh no, don't hand me that. Oh no, I couldn't possibly. No. No. I'm just going to have my empty glass. But anyways, the Four of Cups is, oh gosh, that card gets me every time. But it's about not seeing something that's coming your way. But yours was in the reverse. So I feel like maybe you're waking up from some, what's the phrase, anhedonia? Like just that kind of blur, haze, just waking up out of feeling blah, blah about what's around you. Blah. I mean, I know I do it. It's easy to do, especially as in adulthood, right? The older we get, the better, right? So we have to bring the happiness to ourselves, though, right? We have to find magic in everyday moments, and that's what Taurus will do. But I feel like you're kind of like, yes, you're waking up to something here, right? But where you're resisting change, though, we've got the Three of Cups, but it's in the reverse. Listen to me, I'm like, like, are you isolating yourself more than you need to? Were there maybe some things in the past that made you feel uncomfortable to reach back out with that Three of Cups, right? But it's time to have some fun, right? You're waking up out of this. It's time to get back out. And this card is a very different representation, by the way, Miss Julia Guthrie. So take it with a grain of salt. Look at this one, Bobby. The Three of Cups.
Is that a drunken baby?
No, it looks like it's the gender reveal shower, right? Is it gonna be a boy or is it gonna be a girl, right? With the pink and the blue or red and the blue. I've never seen a Three of Cups like this. But there's something to celebrate. It doesn't have to have anything to do with babies, okay? If that's not for you, don't, leave it. But yeah, Three of Cups can be paired with other cards, can be sign of that too. And how can you channel your power productively? I think I got the King of Swords in reverse, okay? Let's just look at him in the upright. And this is weird. We're getting a lot. Have you noticed we're getting a lot of kings tonight and emperors? Kings and emperors. That's interesting, Bobby. And my mind's already like, what's this about? Like, it feels like we're needing to, maybe we're a little bit too far over in the feminine now. Maybe we're having to tap into some more masculine traits, perhaps. A
little more aggressive.
Yeah, I feel that. And especially with some of the planets, the way they've moved too. Mars being in Leo, for sure.
I live for those days.
Yes. With the King of Swords, this is so funny. It's like, look, he's like got everything. I've got the apron. I've got this. Okay, I'm supposed to. Yeah, babe, I've got this big skewer. But he's look. How is he gonna get that in that like little? That. This is so funny. But he's like sizing it up.
That looks like
that ain't
poor
gonna work.
planning.
Yeah, and he's looking at it like, that ain't gonna work. So this is about your thoughts, your logic, mastering your emotions. And it's about like the King of Swords knows the right time to talk, doesn't say too much, says enough, is very direct, clear. I don't have time for the feelings right now, is the King of Swords, because I have these responsibilities. And it's,
Heartless bastard.
It's saying hard truths too with the King of Swords in cuts, just like with the Queen of Swords. They're just like, yeah. So there might be a need, and I feel like I asked for some like added advice with that for you here. And of course, this is the funniest card, y'all. Okay. Look at the High Priestess, Bobby.
Oh, it's Mrs. Butterworth.
Yes. Yes. But she's quiet. She doesn't give away that secret, right? So there's something that you're going to have to keep within. And that is how you'll find your strength, because right with it was strength reversed. Okay. Strength reversed is when the lion takes over the lady, like, yeah, that's when our lower, like when we can't control things that we know aren't best to happen. It's like, our impulses are, yeah, that's when you go werewolf. It's straight reversed. You just can't find the strength to do something as well. But the high priestess, I think mom is the word, and the king of swords will definitely say very little, only what they have to say, usually, unless it's something they really want to talk about, which, you probably don't want to hear about. That's random to side, but yeah. Let me pull some charms. So, I'm looking at this 10 of Wands in the bottom too. I feel like it's something you need to say your truth about something. But you need a little bit more information maybe with that high priestess. Just waiting for the right moment and knowing it and feeling it. And just saying just enough. And there could be a secret coming up too. I just heard that. Like something revealed. That'll help you. But you need to stay in control of your emotions. Think logically. Sit in that King of Swords energy. Yeah, we got the butterfly. There's butterflies, right? And the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. That air element, the thoughts. That's also transformation. We all know that. It's communication, too. 45. 4 and a 5 came out like right next to each other. So that could have some type of significance for you. Do what you want with that. We've got a cup. Cup. It's about filling your cup. But also when I see a cup, I think teacup. And I think things being told. And that's like the high priestess too. That could be just
secrets.
Secrets, yes. So yeah, listen to your intuition too, big time, and look around you. There's so many. You're gonna see something. You're gonna see something.
A big secret, she believes. Ooh.
Really? Oh wow. Okay. Cool.
Secret.
No, this is the spiral. This is like, we're all in this spiral, right? The energy spiral. You are in the eye of it here, and you're about to find out. And you've got your sword of truth with my Star Wars. You got the blue one too. Cool. Pull that lightsaber.
I like that. I can't believe you have a lightsaber in there.
Yes. And I'll just tell you randomly letters that came out. Okay. A, F, T, and Y. And then we've got this little mini skateboard. And that's all about like balance between the mind and the heart, emotions and logic to be able to do that. But let's read the message on the bottom. It says, land on your feet. That's a pretty logical deduction, right? And also, I'm an air sign. This is a great like little fidget tool, by the way, too. So pay attention too about how you come across, like if you do those fidgety type movements in front of people when you're trying to stand in your power, because that can detract from what you're trying to do as well. I just heard that. And take it slow. Study wins the race with the tortoise here, the turtle. Okay. Easy come, easy go there. You got this. You got this.
Secrets.
No. I hope you enjoyed that. That was.
Thank you, Julia.
Reading. Yeah.
It sounded like it was resonating with her, so that's good.
Yeah. And that 3 cups in reverse too could be, Yeah, there could be some. Yeah, I mean, really, you might need new friends too.
You might need new friends. Trade in. All right. So next up on our hit parade tonight, we've got Debbie's Witchy Blog. Hey, Deb, how you doing, boo boo? Hide that comment. So here's the thing. I was looking at who was next to get the vibe for which deck I was gonna pull. Julie says, "Oh my God, really a turtle too?" Crazy about when I was 3 interesting upside down baby cards. Something happened then. Secret. While I was trying to decide which deck to pull,
You're very
you know that
Thank you.
that feeling we do where you're like listening to your ancestors, which one is gonna get across. My hand landed on my mom's tarot deck that I inherited from her. My mom's still alive; she just doesn't practice anymore.
That's so sweet.
This deck is from the early '80s, and it's one of my favorite decks, even though I rarely use it on lives, because it is very mom involved for me.
Special.
So the fact that I pulled this deck is significant. We're going to see what we have.
Bobby, that's a very Taurus thing to do, by the way, too. Is we're very sentimental, and we, our emotions are connected a lot with material, with things that we can touch, things, like things like that will have a lot of sentimental attachments. So, yeah, that's a very Taurian type thing that just happened.
This is one of those decks that if I pull it, it's for a very specific reason. The message should be taken with care.
Wow.
It usually implies that somebody, a feminine energy on the other side, wants to get this message to you. We have a jumper. Hold on.
Whoa! It's lighting up. Mom's talking.
Oh, I forgot to say, I needed tennis shoes, so my husband went and bought me some Karl Lagerfelds. He's so sweet.
Bobby, it's almost Mother's Day, too.
Yeah, I know, and I get the present. All right, so the card I drew for you is the Neptune card, and in this case, this card means sacrifice, but we're going to get to that. So the first card, where you're showing strength, we've got the Fool card. This is Dionysus in the picture. This is Mythic Tarot. Where you're showing strength, you throw yourself into new things. You aren't afraid to just say bonsai and jump for it. Okay. Gold, it is bold, but unfortunately we've been on for almost 2 hours, so we're not taking any more questions tonight. But what I could do is on the next session when you come in, I'll move you to the top of the list. How about that? The Fool card, where are you showing strength? You are a kamikaze. You throw yourself into things. That is both good and bad. It kind of sets you up for a little bit of pain. I get the feeling you've run your face into a wall on several occasions, but it hasn't stopped you. You love life and you're willing to keep trying new things. The next question is, where are you resisting change? We have the Ace of Cups in reverse. This is Venus on the card, the birth of Aphrodite. You guard your heart. You open up, true, but there's a piece of you keep hidden. I'm thinking this card, cups also represent spirituality and spiritual matters, empathy, psychic awareness, psychic powers, and gifts. I think that your abilities and your empathic powers need addressing. I think that you need to get a grip on your spiritual matters and your spiritual practice a little more. I think you're afraid of evolving in certain ways, which I can relate. I was terrified to start working as an oracle or telling myself, yes, I'm actually getting messages from um, divine places. It was terrifying. And I resisted it for several years until I finally was just like, I can't deny this anymore. I'm getting messages and I'm understanding them and I'm passing them on. It was scary as heck, but it all worked out. The people I needed to be brought into my life to help me with that were brought into my life. And now I look back thinking, what the hell was I so scared of? But you have to get a grip on your spiritual awareness a little bit more, and because you're headed for a power bump, I believe, is what we call it. The next question, a way to channel your power productively. Stop focusing on the negative is basically it. We've got the 5 of Cups, but it's in reverse. This is the story of Psyche and Cupid when she wants to see who she's sleeping with, holds a lamp up and oil drips on Cupid. The deal was she can never see who he was. Well, she peeked, basically. Quit being so curious. Quit. I think there's an element of trust that this card is speaking of. I think you need to trust yourself and the universe a little more. Now that Oracle card. That card is Neptune, sacrifice, yes. But Neptune is the planet of psychic powers, psychic awareness, empathy, precog. Everything on this spread is telling me that it's time you embrace the next level, and don't be scared of it. You're divinely protected and guided, so trust that voice in the back of your head. That's what I have for you tonight, my dear. Thank you for letting me read for you.
Whew. Oh, Bobby, I meant to say earlier, I wanted to say I don't think Misty's here anymore, but
Yeah, she bailed.
Yeah, she sent like a little thank you or whatever.
Oh, did she?
Yeah,
I didn't realize. All right.
Yours, if not, like, just we'll talk about it after.
I gave her a wrench. What more does she want? God. I'm kidding.
I was glad because I call the back of my neck my kitchen or whatever. Sometimes it's like my kitchen's so hot.
Yeah, I was a hairstylist. Hey, Bowen, how you doing, love? Yeah, that is your kitchen. When I was a hairstylist. Yeah, it's mostly referred to African American hairstyles, but yes,
look at this though.
That's your kitchen.
There's so much hair.
Just a little bit of Miss Tarot D. Did I hit it and quit it? She sure did. That trend slag. Okay. Yeah. We have one more reading for tonight. And that is Black Belle. You all set, Karen?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, she's having a hot flash.
I'm being dramatic. Okay. But yeah, I am a little warm.
All right. Well, this is our last one. You
Nothing
can
new.
jump in the shower after this.
I already had one. I'll be good. I'll be good. Okay, so I'm reading for Black Belt. Okay, I just want to make sure. Yeah. Hi. Thank you for being here. So I went ahead and started energetically pulling for my next person. Trusting, that connection with spirit here. So we're going to start off. And if this doesn't feel like it's resonating for you, Black Belt, please let me know, okay? And I'll we'll fix that, okay? But so far so good tonight. Your strength. You're sweet. Or whatever. Your strength. The Two of Cups. You have a very magnetic personality that people can feel comfortable with. You're good at talking with people one-on-one and making them feel comfortable, like they're an old friend. That's a really good thing. But also, I think you believe in love. You believe in, yeah.
Do you believe in love?
Yeah. Do you believe in magic? Oh, goodness. But we have where you're resisting change. Where you're resisting change. You're romantic. The Two of Cups. Yes, that is Cancer. That is Cancer. Mercury. No, Venus. Venus in Cancer. That's beautiful. So, where you're resisting change. And I'm look at the card, okay? Just look at her. Are you resting enough? Are you giving yourself enough self-care, enough you time? Or are you focusing, do you put too much focus on everybody else? Because the Cancer can do that too with that Cancerian energy. It's all about home, family, others, emotions. You need a spa day. Yes. Okay. This is spirit telling you, yes, spa day. Okay. Spa day. All right.
Take me
And
with you.
yes. And, to channel your power productively here, okay? Sometimes it might not make everybody else happy, but sometimes we just need to spend a little bit of the money now to care for ourselves. Because I had the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, okay? Sometimes you got to make you happy and not make everybody else happy, okay? Make a commitment to yourself and not everybody else with that. That's how you can stand in your strength and revive yourself. And yeah, my bottom card energy was this Three of Cups. That's a really happy energy. This is a thing. Yeah. This is the weirdest Three of Cups ever. I got to remember this.
Let me hold it up again.
Card.
Oh yeah, it's the drunken baby.
Yeah. That's I don't know about that one. It's which punch did you get? I did pull from my deck here too, just to see. It's I feel like you need a little bit of protection here for yourself, just to revive yourself. I've been told that I do more. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
And this is how you can grow more. And that's what it's called, setting healthy boundaries. And at first, it's going to feel uncomfortable. And this is all about Taurus right now. It's we're going to be no, that doesn't feel good. I don't want to do it. But it's okay to be selfish, because it's not being selfish, and it's also showing other people how to value and treat you. At first, you might get a little pushback. Just,
FTP.
Be prepared for it. Be prepared for it a little bit. They'll get over it. They love you. They'll get over it, and they'll respect that. Drunken baby time. I saw her put that up. That's so funny. And girl, I mean, this spa might be, and I'm presuming black belt. I'm just like, hey, I'm sorry. I'm bad about that. Passport. Maybe the spa is somewhere really good, you know? Maybe this isn't like a spa day. Maybe this is like a vacation. Yeah, I think like you're kind of getting screwed a little bit here. Like it's a really big one. I don't know how this got in my chart ball, but it did. That's why it's a real, I mean, yeah, that's so funny. My husband probably threw it in there. We've got the Two of Clubs. I don't know what that is in cartomancy, but in tarot, the Two of Clubs, that's the Two of Wands. That is a restlessness almost, and it's being like you're good where you are, but there's more, you know, and it's like, what do you do? And when you make that decision, that's that fire to go and plan with it, okay? And I think you really are like penguins to me. My son painted this rock, and it is in the bottom of my charm bowl. Penguins, I always think, you know, penguins like mate for life. It's one of my soulmate animals. And yeah, you gotta like plunge something out. Like people are just like, yeah, yeah. Like you need to revive you, okay? Like and get people need to stop, yeah.
Hey, Heather.
Taking advantage of your kindness because you are sweet. All right. And, you know, maybe everybody else isn't so sweet all the time because I've got vinegar here. All right. And I don't know, the letter M in a train. Okay. So train, passport, Euro. I don't know. Maybe you need, yeah. So that totally feels like Taurus things too. Yeah. Stop.
Right? Like, what the? In all fairness, I accidentally got my niece. Well, okay, I didn't get her drunk, but I left from the night before a glass of rum and coke on the counter when my niece was about 3.
This is the card, by the way.
She picked up the glass and like guzzled it, and her dad and I were babysitting her.
Things like that happen, yeah.
Yeah, we were babysitting her while the mom was out shopping and the grandmother. And they came home, and Cassandra was all borrachada, all drunk like that. We're like throwing her to each other across the room, like trying to hide her. Yeah, that was it's like 20 years ago. How funny.
My son accidentally drank hand sanitizer. So I had to call. I have it in my phone now, like poison control, you know, from way back when. I'm like calling poison control, and they were like, "How much was it?" I mean, the conversations you have.
Yeah.
Do you? Kids are so funny. Like some of the things they're just like, yeah. And I was like, I don't know. It was just like, you know, the little one, and she's like, oh, they'll be fine. They might just be a little sleepy.
Right. You know those big bottles of apple juice, the big round jugs?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I used to have one of those in the salon that I worked at, but I left it on the counter one day in between clients, and I went and poured myself a glass and took a swig. At least I thought I had left it on the counter. What it was actually Pine Sol in a very similar bottle. And I took a big swig. Luckily, as soon as it hit my mouth, it burned. And
how could you? Because you could smell it. It's the worst.
I didn't. I just poured it and took a drink. But luckily, before I swallowed, I spit it out. It burned. Yeah, but I thought I left it. No, just somebody left the Pine Sol on the counter.
I can't stand it.
I'm Mexican. We use fabuloso.
It smells so much better.
Yeah.
It does.
You guys, I want to thank everybody for watching tonight, and Karen especially. A great big thank you to you. Let's take that off. What do you got coming up, Karen?
Oh goodness, what am I doing? Okay, yeah, actually on my channel, right in the morning. I know it's on a Saturday morning, but 8:45 a.m. Eastern. I'm doing my coffee and cards, and I'm doing
Okay,
like
that's 11. I can do
astrology
that.
talk on May. You know what's going on astrology wise, and then we're gonna also take a little dive into Black Moon Lilith in your chart, and also Black Moon Lilith is in Scorpio. So
Ooh,
yeah,
that's a lot of mystery.
but it does well. Lilith does very well in Scorpio. But not everybody. Like depends where yours is, and it when you look at Lilith in your chart, by the way, y'all.
I'm in Arizona, and you're saying y'all.
I mean, this is South Kakalaki. We say that here.
Kakalaki.
Yeah. Hey, y'all. So yeah. What was I saying? Okay, yeah, Black Moon Lilith in your chart. Okay, look what sign, you have it. And like mine is, I think, Libra. And the house is where in your life that it's going to show itself. So mine is in the 6th house. So work, things tied to work, service, health, things like that. Womp womp. But there's some things going on right now, and you can see where it's transiting and see what house it's transiting in right now. And that's how it would show up in your reality.
That's why I love having you on. Speak that star stuff to me, Mama. Speak it.
So that's what's going on tomorrow. And I was thinking about doing a coffee and cards Mother's Day because I'm a mama. I'm Empress energy all the way. Yeah. So I feel like I just want to celebrate myself and all other moms, and you don't have to be a mom. We all got moms. It's all good. So
yeah, I gotta call my mom.
Oh, and Ramon's interviewing me soon too. At the end of the month. Ooh.
Awesome. On In Orbit with?
Yeah.
Coolio.
I think on the 28th.
And as far as me, I've got May 13th with Jeff Bailey.
Ooh.
We'll be doing
I'm
balanced
so glad
readings.
we're friends now.
Yeah, I like Jeff. He's so
That's
cool.
fun, isn't he? Yeah.
We've been doing readings, balanced readings, giving the positive and the negative, and it's been working out really well.
I love that.
And then on Behind the Cards, Elizabeth from the More Intuitive Me will be on the 24th.
Nice.
And then Sun Psychic Jean will be on the 23rd for Behind the Cards. So I've got back-to-back Behind the Cards.
Cool.
And then, of course, I will probably
When's MJ coming? Like it's like at the end of the month, right?
I'm going to have to. That was rescheduled because there was a time discrepancy.
Okay.
It got screwed up, so we're rescheduling that.
Okay. Hey, I'm all about it.
I was heartbroken when that happened. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's happening though. It's just it's gonna be okay.
Yeah. You're like, it's okay, boo.
It's all good. It's all good. Yeah. It's just gonna happen even at a better time.
Brandon, we're closing up shop for the night, but
a triple Taurus. We say triple Taurus. All of your 3, your sun, your moon, and your rising are all Taurus. That's a stellium, honey. Wow.
A stellium?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it's called? Ooh, I've learned
That's a true stellium. Yeah, like I mean that there's no denying that. If all your big 3 are the same, yeah, there's no denying that's a stellium. Stelliums can be, it's usually like a cluster of like 3 or 4 planets. Yeah.
I love this.
The same.
Karen and I are going to be doing monthly get-togethers every time a new sign enters the scene. Yes. We're going to be getting together. So,
Brandon, I'm moon and rising, so I get ya. I get you.
Our next one is what, Gemini?
Yeah, and that's my sun sign.
I'm a Leo Gemini rising.
Yes. Yes.
So I've got an explosion all around me. Anyway, thank you guys for joining us tonight. It's been a blast. And make sure you subscribe to both our channels. And I will see you on the next video. Okay?
Mwah.
Bye,
Thanks,
everybody.
y'all.